Hi girls, and welcome to this special video where I'm sewing a vintage panty. So I showed you how to go from a pattern you like to a paper pattern that you can reuse so that you can remake your pattern endlessly and make derivatives. There you go, with fabrics that you like. So here's my version that I'm presenting to you. So I've decided to use jersey and satin with some little lace elements. So really I'm super happy to show you all this, the basic rules. If you want to recreate a model, it's important to use fabrics that have the same properties, the same level of elasticity, otherwise everything will be off and you won't get the same result, or you simply won't be able to fit into your panty if you don't use a fabric that has the same level of elasticity. If you also want to learn how to recreate patterns yourself from a basic model, the video is linked in the description. So click on this link to access the free training that you'll receive in your inbox. It's a super comprehensive course on pattern making with really professional techniques. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you want to see a lot of tutorials and professional sewing techniques. Let's get started with the video dedicated to the vintage panty. We have the panty that I'm going to recreate, with a large part of it made from stretchy material. And here there's a kind of little overlay that has been applied on top in satin. So I'm going to do the same thing. So here are the fabrics, the notions that I've selected, which I already had in my stash. So there's some pink jersey, really stretchy. For the satin part, I have a pink satin, very girly. I'm going to make the lace details with my Calais lace that I had in stock. This will also help to hide the seams on the right side. That way it will look neat both on the right side and the wrong side. And for the elastics, a nude elastic will do just fine. So I'm going to cut all of this. Okay, so I've cut all my pieces and I did a little simulation to see how it turned out. I'm going to zoom in to show you. I did a little simulation with the Calais lace that will serve as decoration and to hide my seams. So here I've just laid it out to see how it looks, and I think it's very pretty. So there you go, all my pieces are cut. Now I'm going to start by doing the front. So I'm going to attach this satin piece, attach all the lace pieces. It's not a very complicated assembly, so we'll meet at the end. I'll explain what I did in terms of finishing. Okay, so what I did is I fused this piece with a really non-stretch fusible interfacing, so it's thin but stiff, which will really provide support to this kind of yoke to match the original design history of really having something that holds a bit like a shaping panty. What we're really aiming for with this kind of design is to have something that shapes. I will be able to pin while respecting the fibers of the satin. So by avoiding pinning like this, really respecting the fibers of the satin, I will be able to attach my piece next and then place the little Calais lace elements that I showed you on top. Of course, there are a few basic rules when sewing on satin. We check that our needle isn't dull and that we're using a size 70 needle. So here is the finished model. I'm going to explain a little bit about the finishes I've decided to do. So as I explained to you earlier, and as you saw in the video, I simply attached a strip of satin that I hid here on the sides with lace. So it creates finishes that are clean both on the outside and on the inside. You can see here that it's clean, and for the back I wanted to try out different finishes, as you could see in the video, by turning the seams to the right side, and by applying a little lace trim so that the stitching is clean both on the inside and the outside. But in the end, I wasn't really happy with the result, so I went for a pretty basic finish with a multi-point zigzag stitch to have something sturdy. And that maintains its elasticity and doesn't crack as soon as I pull on it, because it's still a high-waisted panty, so you need to be able to put it on. And there you go, the video is finished. I hope you liked it. Honestly, it's really beautiful, very girly, and also very comfortable. That's what's great, is that the jersey really adds a touch of comfort. And at the same time, the satin side like this with the lace adds that touch very feminine without being vulgar, so I love this kind of pattern. Now, if you want a ready-to-use pattern with a complete tutorial on really how to do the seams, how to cut your fabric, the assembly of the panty bottom anyway, a tutorial, a sewing course from A to Z to make a high-waisted panty, I'll put the link in the description. And here you have access to the special high-waisted panty course, there you go, vintage panty. And you'll really get a complete course with patterns from size 34 to 48, know where to find your materials, have the pattern right at home, have the complete tutorial, just click in the description. So I love this fabric and the combination of the roses so much that I'm definitely going to make a matching bra, I'll see. Have a great day and see you soon.
You're taking me back to the sleepless nights, phone calls and candlelights. Those were the things I liked the most. And back when we were passing notes in school, spent our summers by